Hey you guys, welcome back to Retail Remedy. My name is Giselle and I am a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, if you don't already know. And I know I have a couple of new people in the building, so I want to say hello and welcome to my channel. I am so excited because this video today is the one I have been talking about for a few weeks now. So this is the Habitat for Humanity haul today. So this haul actually is going to consist of more than just the Habitat for Humanity, which if you don't already know, they do have thrift stores called Restore. I'm not sure, in what cities that they're in. I just know that there are 3 in my city, and I went to a couple of them and we got some good stuff, okay? Definitely want to stick around because there is some good stuff all throughout this haul, okay, y'all? But also I went to Goodwill and I got some things from Goodwill too. So I want to go ahead and jump into it. Thank you again for clicking on the video and I hope y'all enjoy. All right. So starting off with shoes, I'm going to start off with something I've already listed. And actually a good bit of this stuff should be starting to get listed or listed by the time y'all see this video, so feel free to go over to my store and check it out, of course. So our first pair of shoes is actually these super cool Space AG metallic, which is on trend now, Karl Lagerfeld combat boots, y'all. So I found these at a Goodwill store. I want y'all to get all into that. Isn't that so super cute? I call these avant-garde. I actually used that hashtag for the first time on Poshmark, and I think that it fits. They're just super unique, and I think that, they can also be considered punk, and they're actually new without box. So if you could see there, they haven't even been walked on, so I'm super happy about that. There are a few scuffs, which I noted in the listing, but the original price for these are about $130. Like currently, that's the price for these on the internet, brand new. So I was super excited to actually find these. Our next pair of shoes is actually one that I've never ever worked with this brand before, but this shoe is actually scaring me a little bit, and I'm going to show you why in a second. These are actually super cute and iridescent, and they're by a brand called Loeffler Randall. I'm gonna show y'all that because I can't really read that. Loeffler Randall. Okay, y'all. I have never heard of that brand, but when I did the research, this is a pretty expensive brand. I think they sell more than just shoes, but from what I saw, their shoes definitely had some really good comps. I love these, just kind of like almost like a staple shoe. They look like they can go with a few different things. Definitely could be a Barbie core thing, but the thing that is kind of causing me a little pause, because I did pay up for most of this stuff, not everything, okay y'all, is the fact that across the toe part there is a little bit of cracking in that top layer. It's kind of a small issue, but I feel as though, as they get a little bit, older, never know. It depends on the buyer. I feel like that with that damage, which I didn't I realized it, but I didn't think it was too bad. I'm going to note it in the listing and just see what happens. But in general, if you'd like to add this brand to your BOLO list, definitely do that, because this is definitely a good brand to pick up. So this next pair of shoes is super cool and blew me away, literally, y'all. And this probably will be my bougiest pair of shoes, and it doesn't even look like a bougie pair of shoes, to be honest. These interesting looking sneakers, right, which I did clean them around this area, but I actually didn't clean the bottom because of these little letters, which are a part of the design, but based on like this shoe, there is a little bit of peeling, so I didn't want to disturb it. These shoes are $500 shoes, y'all. These shoes are by a brand called Amiri, if y'all could see that, and they're actually made in Italy. Okay, I don't know why I ended up even looking at these shoes, because trust me, they were much worse when they were sitting on the shelf. Basically, these shoes were super dirty, but something told me just try it out and see, because you never know. There are these like little brands that just kind of, everybody doesn't know about. Like, everybody knows your Louis Vuittons, your Gucci's, all those other brands, but there are some really expensive kind of brands out there that are not necessarily household names. So I think what tipped me off was the fact that it did say it was made in Italy, and I was like, whoa, let's just check it out and see. When I lensed this shoe, y'all, the one that was on sale was just as dirty looking as it looked on the shelf, and it was priced at like $300, y'all. So first of all, I was like, what? I would have never guessed, y'all. So the other pair had like something else written around the bottom edge, and it actually went all the way around the shoe. These ones just say grit. And then I even thought to myself, because the other ones were dirty, like maybe I should have left it dirty, because maybe that's the look. Because there are people who literally like that kind of like well-worn tennis shoe look. I don't know. I think it's kind of like a ode to the 80s kind of, because 80s kind of started that whole tennis shoe vibes, I feel, where even girls, you know, wear some little old Converse and whatnot with dresses and whatnot. So anyways, this was a super interesting find. Definitely glad to get my hands on it and see what we can do. And yeah, this was just super cool for me. Okay. So that was all of our shoes from this trip, and now we're gonna get into the clothes. So our first item is a really, really cute multicolored paisley floral dress by Lauren by Ralph Lauren. And there's that label. Some of these things still have the tag attached. We're not going to do prices because I want to keep it short and sweet. I picked this up because it's 100% silk, and I did do some comp searching to make sure that like my investment was a good investment, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by the comps. But I feel like I just liked the dress as well, because I had a lot of different choices as far as kind of like my lower end, you know, items that I like to pick up. And sometimes I will allow myself to buy one or the other, and that's how I kind of choose. That was one of those for me. This next item is actually a brand that I've picked up before, and I was just happy about the results, so I went ahead and picked it up again. And that is this cute little sweater by Bryn Walker, and there's that label there, Bryn Walker. So I picked up something a while ago, like some pants, super plain. I sold it for 30 bucks. I said, why not? Let's do it again. Let's see. Bryn Walker is pretty popular and people tend to seek it out. The next item is actually something that we all know and love, and that is Tory Burch. So y'all, I was super excited to see this, and actually I might tell y'all the price I spent on this one anyway. I believe it's 100% silk. I don't have to look into it. I can kind of tell by the feel of it. But also, it's a classic Tory Burch. But I only paid $4 for this one, y'all. Check that out. But anyways, yeah. It's a size 8 too, which is a great size. This next thing, I am definitely excited to put up and see what it will do. And it is this super cool jersey by the Lakers. And it's actually the authentic Adidas license gear, and it's actually, well, y'all can see on the front it was number 14, and it is for a player with the last name Ingram. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm not a sports girl, but I do recognize some popular teams and whatnot. Our next item is actually an Anthropologie item that I went back and forth with myself about, but I decided to go ahead and grab it, and it's this super cool like wrap style jacket. So this is actually the top. It has like an oversized collar, and it is by Saturday Sunday by Anthropologie. And I thought the comps were good, but I also liked the style of the jacket, and yeah, it's just kind of super cute and comfy. Our next item is actually another item that I was kind of like back and forth about, but I went ahead and picked it up since it's new with tags. And I looked up some other items in this brand, or in this collection from this brand, and I was pleasantly surprised by the comps. And this is actually by H&M, but it's not just regular H&M. It's H&M Conscious. So H&M Conscious collection, I guess. I don't know. I don't know which way to make it like look good for y'all. But this is a really, really nice midi, and it's denim, and it has the belt attached. and I just thought it was super cute and modern, and definitely great for the fall time that's coming up. Our next item is actually by a kind of, well, this is a Bolo brand. However, I've had something by this brand for a long time and it's sitting, so I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's just I haven't found the right buyer or what, but that brand is ALC. All right, so this is actually a midi dress, and it's in a super neon orange. This one I found at a Goodwill store, and I just thought it was super nice. At first, I was a little back and forth about it because of the color, but I feel like us going into the fall time, this definitely will be a really cute rendition of the fall time orange. I know that it's kind of more bright, so it kind of almost seems summery, but I feel like it's almost like more of a rebellious fall orange, if that makes sense to you all. Again, this is 100% silk, if I haven't already said that. And ALC is definitely a Bolo brand. The leather skirt that I have, I'm not sure, you know, I don't know. But I know that it's a pretty expensive brand. I don't know why it's taking a while though, to be completely honest. So this next item is actually an old friend, and I picked it up because I know it will sell, basically. Because I always sell things from this brand, and that is flax linen. I actually picked it up because it is a dress. Normally I get tops and pants and whatnot, which have no problem at all selling, okay y'all. I think the hardest flax linen thing I've ever sold was a white tank top, which is understandable because it's just the tank top, plain, and you know what I'm saying. But as far as anything more substantial, it's hard to keep it in the shop. So this, I was just super excited to go ahead and pick it up. I kind of paid up more than I would want to for this one, $11.49, which again, it's more like a quick flip for me. So I don't even consider it paying up. I just know that it's going to sell, so I have no worries about that $11. So the next item is actually something I'm actually super excited to see what it will do. And that is this really, really nice midi dress. This is actually by Rails. Okay, so I was excited to see that little tag on there because I definitely did not expect to see Rails on here. Definitely thought it was like a Misguided or H&M, but I was excited to see that that's what that was. As y'all can see by the tag, I did find it at a Goodwill, so that was super cool. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what it'll do. I did look up comps, but I can't remember what it was for that one. This next item is actually by Athleta, and I was super excited for this one too because I've never ever seen anything like this for Athleta. But actually, Athleta has a lot of substantial clothing items that surprise me every once in a while. And this one is a strapless like beach dress, I'm guessing, because of the fabric. It definitely can be worn as a swimsuit cover-up or like on the beach or whatever, if you want to go from like beach to dinner. You know how it is sometimes walking on some of these beach towns and beach resorts and stuff like that. If you want to go straight to like a little bar or something like that after going to the beach, this would definitely be your dress. It has a really nice kind of satin style. I'm guessing that this is like is it nylon? Not nylon. Is it nylon? Like neoprene almost, where it dries really quickly. So this would be super cute. I'm not sure on the fabric, and it's somewhere in the middle there. I don't want to look for the tag. But yeah, I think it would be super cute for that. I did look up the comps on this one, and I did the math, and it seemed to be a very good investment and something I'd never seen before actually for Athleta. All right, so our next item is actually an old friend as well. It is this really nice, you know, classic button up for men, and it is by Brooks Brothers, which I always say is a really, really good brand to pick up. This is a classic like linen gingham top, right? And it's gonna do really well because it's not just plain. This I found at the Habitat. And basically, sometimes if you are picking up Brooks Brothers, the plainer items obviously are gonna do a little bit less than the ones with a little bit of a pattern, but all of them will move eventually. Honestly, that's just how Brooks Brothers works for me. So our next item is by J. Jill, which was kind of like a risk for me, because J. Jill, she could do good sometimes. Like, she's kind of sometimey. But this wasn't too expensive. I found it at the Habitat. And these were kind of just super stinking cute. I looked at the comps and I think I did the math and I was like, okay, that makes sense for me. So our next item is, y'all, I finally got one. After that horrible thing that happened to me at the bins, where I thought I had this item in my hand and I got all the way back to my car and realized that I accidentally left it sitting on the bin, where, you know, sometimes you try to group things and pick it up, and I accidentally left it sitting there. I finally got one and redeemed myself. Some rock revivals, y'all. And as y'all can see, I did find it at Goodwill. So these are actually in really great condition. No damage, as from what I've seen. Almost new, right? There's not even that little frayed edge. You know, sometimes these jeans can have really frayed edges and whatnot. I am so excited for these. I don't know what they'll do. From the comp searching, it looked like from $75 to $150. These are kind of a small size, a 26, so I'm not really sure, and I don't know the exact model. I'm gonna likely do the research and find that, but I am just really excited to have finally found these. Now I'm just waiting on the moment that I get to redeem myself at the bins and get them for a lot cheaper than I paid for them, because I definitely paid above $10. Okay, y'all, we're not getting into it though. Okay, like I said, we can play with a couple of them, but we're not going to talk about all the prices, y'all, because I'll be sitting here explaining myself for days. Okay, all right, so our next item is actually a pair of trousers by Hugo Boss. So I'm kind of excited because this is my second Hugo Boss find in like a week, and you know, it's just, I feel like even though Hugo Boss is not exactly the same as it was when I was a little girl, I don't find it that often to just poo-poo at it. You know what I'm saying? So these are some classic gingham, you know, pattern. If you get real close in there, you can see that gingham pattern trousers. And I think they might be silk as well. Oh, no, these are wool. Oh, nice fine wool. I said silk, but it's a nice soft wool. You can't even tell, kind of lightweight. Even like if you can, I don't know if y'all can see, but you can see through that. I can see it because I'm on the other side of the light, but this is pretty lightweight and everything. So I'm excited to see, because the other trousers we got were for women. These are men. So men's stuff. Y'all know what I've been trying to do lately. All right. So our next item is actually my first time. This is my first time picking up this brand. And I actually learned this from Jack and Ryan. So this is Sweaty Betty activewear. And I think this is a extra small, extra small, but Goodwill had a great price on them, which was $6.99, which is not too bad. And I know that Sweaty Betty does pretty good. And these, if y'all couldn't tell by this right here, they're basically like new. Okay, normally if things have been worn, like even just a few times, this starts to kind of rub away and whatnot. This is in pretty good condition, so I'm excited to see what they'll do. This next item, I literally bought it because I'm a sucker for new with tags, and I gave myself the freedom to buy one questionable item. Okay, so this is my one questionable item, right, that I paid above $5 for, basically, and it is this really cute jumpsuit, denim jumpsuit by Storia. Okay, so I've seen this brand a couple of times. It's not the most expensive brand. Sometimes it does do really well though. Okay, and I just couldn't pass this up. This has the cutest little embroidered daisy flowers, and it gives me all of the hippie, even like Y2K, like 90s vibes, you know, that I want. You know, kind of makes me think of that girl who played in Uptown Girls. I think her name was Brittany Murphy. I don't know. But it just gives me all of those vibes, right? So I said, why not? I'll go ahead and, you know, pay above $5 at the Goodwill and see what we can do with her, because I feel like it's going to be popular and it's going to get a lot of like likes and stuff. Our next item is actually by Wilfred. I paid 11 bucks for this really, really cute Wilford dress. And I did my research on the comps, and I did, you know, I was kind of back and forth. I'm not going to lie. The last couple of things I had from Wilford did take a little time, but I'm not going to lie, they did sell for good prices. So I said, let's go ahead and try it again, y'all. I just think it's super cute, and you know, somebody will grab that. Yeah, it could be, you know, a date night, cute little date night thing. Oh, I almost forgot about this one. So these kind of, you know, plain trousers or whatever, you know, unassuming, are actually by Lafayette 148, which I haven't picked up in a very, very long time. And because it can do good sometimes, you know, it's one of those things, okay? And don't mind my little deodorant stain here, y'all. It happens on black stuff. But anywho, yeah, I don't know. I just went ahead and picked it up because it was a great price at $4, and I know I'll make more than $4 off of the, you know, these nice Lafayette 148 trousers. And yeah, even though they're kind of plain, y'all. But if you've been reselling for a while, y'all know that's an old friend, okay? This next brand is actually new to me, like super new. I didn't even know about it before I stepped foot into the stores on the days that I went to the stores. So this brand right here, get your Bolo notebooks out, and I'm telling you, it's a pretty good brand to pick up, especially if you find it at the bins, okay, y'all? These are really cute little cutoff shorts, which I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This summer, I realized that buying cutoff shorts as a reseller is kind of, it's a winding road, okay? That's how I feel about it, because it seems as though people don't really care about them, but they will buy them from you, but they'll want them for pretty cheap. But this brand, I made an exception for, okay? This brand is called 1 Teaspoon Outlaws. They're also a size 29, so they're a great size, kind of, you know, kind of a like medium size, like in the mediums. And I looked up the brand, and I was blown away by the comps for just like some cute little shorts like these, and some other things that they sell under this brand as well. So I went ahead and picked it up. You know what gave me the idea to go ahead and look it up? At the top of this little thing, it says Sydney, New York, what else does it say? Tokyo and Paris. I was like, let me see who these people are, because yeah, that is some, you know, some indications of maybe I need to look further into that. But anyways, these are super cute, and I am excited to see exactly what they'll do. This next brand, to me, okay, to everybody, is a Bolo brand, to be completely honest. However, I have like one item that is like new with tags that I'm having the hardest time moving. I don't know what it is. Like, I will get some high-end stuff and just be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that's going to move and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll get like right now it has a ton of likers, but I don't know. Maybe it's just waiting for the right buyer. You know, I know, be patient, be patient. I hear you, I hear you. But sometimes y'all know what it's like. You pick up something and you be like, okay, now where y'all at? But anyways, this is Faherty or Faherty. I can't even say it. So yeah, this is a really expensive Bolo brand, y'all. And I actually found it at the Habitat, which I'm super excited about. And they're just, you know, some tapered leg pants. I believe these are men's. So this is actually going to be my first time selling. I think they're men's. Oh Lord, maybe they're not. I'll have to look into it, because this is size 31, which I know that women can have a size 31 as well. So I got to look into it. But from the back of the jeans, they look like boy jeans, to be honest. So I'm going to have to check it out. But I'm excited to see what their jeans will do. What I have on my store right now is a really nice floral maxi dress. But also, it is long sleeves. So maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe people are waiting until fall and winter to get into it. And I'm going to be ready. I already told y'all, my winter and fall stuff is ready, okay? This next item is actually, I'm excited to have these, because these I saw at Aritzia, and I kind of kept it in the back of my mind. And that is these Levi's, what they're called rib cage straight, basically, okay? Wait till y'all see how these look. These are super stinking cute, okay, y'all? Look at the, I can already see that there's a little bit of stain there, but don't worry, I'm going to treat them. and washed them. These are like a super cute leg style for these pants. They are like ankle or mid ankle. I don't want to say mid ankle, like capri style. So I did not notice these right at first. Good thing I only paid $5 for them. But I will be stain treating these. I think it'll come out. I think that little stain will come out. I think it's just, you know, probably somebody kneeling on the ground or something like that crazy. But I love the style of these. And they're a really good size, which is an 18W. And I did do some comp searching and I did like what I saw. So yeah. So our next item is another pair of pants by J. Jill. And these ones are actually made of silk, which was my main reason for buying them. They're just some really nice capris with pockets, kind of in that chino style. And yeah, they're just a really nice staple pair of silk pants. This next item, I almost put it back, but I said, nah, let me just go ahead and sell it because I feel like it'll sell for a good price or it'll sell quick or something like that. Somebody will want this. And that is this really, really cute rum plus Coke one-piece swimsuit, which is the cutest fuchsia looking purple. Definitely a very cheeky little swimsuit. And y'all, I just want to say this since I have the platform to do it. I am so happy with the evolution of one-piece swimsuits. I feel like we went from one-piece swimsuits being for like your grandma and your mom to where you can just be a cute little modern girly with a one-piece swimsuit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like you're wearing your grandma's swimsuit. I love that, right? So anyways, this is by Rave Suits. So it's a size medium large and I just think it is super stinking cute. I wish I had gotten it like before all of the spring breaks and all that stuff has started this year. But either way it goes, I think that somebody will pick it up and be wearing it somewhere in Cabo, okay? This next item is something that I am super excited, like even more excited than the shoes, and it may or may not do as good as the shoes. This really, really, really cool t-shirt is a vintage NBA Jam, which I used to play with my brother, okay? So I remember this back in the day, y'all. When I first looked at this shirt, I was like, no freaking way, right? I'm thinking like this has to be a reprint. So sadly, this is actually not a vintage, even though it is single stitch. I'm still very excited about it, but y'all, this is crazy because I was literally so excited thinking that I found a vintage shirt. Y'all know what we go through with vintage stuff, but I just wanted to stop myself before I even get it like super totally excited on camera, and it's not even what I thought it was. It is a reprint and it was made in 2020. I am sitting here doing some comp searching now and they're $38 new, okay? So I still will be selling it, but like how cool would this have been if it was authentically like vintage? Oh well, you know, things happen out here in the fields. That's why you gotta do your research on the brands. I didn't pay much for it. I did find it at the Habitat, so yeah, that was great because I think I paid maybe like $2. Anywho, yeah, that's what happened. So actually, this is our last item. I told y'all the haul would be shorter, okay? And this is a old friend, and it is a pair of, ooh, I got a little sticker on the back. It's a pair of Spanx. These are actually Spanx denim, and not just the ones that, well, does Spanx make the ones that look like denim, but they're not really denim? Those are so ugly, by the way. Those tights that like have the denim print on them. Ugh. Like I hate those. So no, I don't think Spanx makes them. But on my shop, I do have 2 other pairs of Spanx denim, but they're in blue. But yeah, I couldn't leave this behind. Definitely not. Spanx is something I definitely pick up. But also, I have seen them sit now for me. Spanx used to really, really like, I used to have a hard time keeping them, but now my Spanx have been sitting for a while. I don't know. Have y'all experienced that? Maybe it's just the summertime, blah, blah, blah. But we're getting back. You know, now the kids are going into school, so I feel like we're getting back to our prime time as resellers. So maybe it's just that, you know, I'm gonna stop complaining, y'all. It's just, I just be telling y'all what's going on, okay? But anywho, super excited about all these items. I was pleasantly surprised by like just everything that I was able to come across and purchase. I believe that I spent less than $200, so that was amazing, especially since I got those shoes that are gonna be listed for like $300 or so dollars. And that is usually my goal when I go to the stores and stuff like that. I love to have one item that can cover the whole shopping trip, which would basically put me into the profit margin for everything else after it, once it sells. That is like the best feeling in the world. But anywho, what was y'all's favorite item? Sorry if the angle changed a little bit. I knocked my camera a couple times. Let me know if there's some content that you all would like to see down in the comment section below, or if y'all have any questions for me and stuff. Like, I would love to do like a Q&A at some point, so definitely follow my Instagram so that we can get that popping off whenever, you know, whenever we, you know, we could do that, okay? All right, so I enjoyed this haul with you all today, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.